Hello everyone and welcome back to the Pecunian Consortium. I always want to say Peculiar Consortium, but I don't think we're quite there yet. But let's stick with Pecunians for now, because that is after all who we are. We're cats. Alright, so where were we? Alright, that's right. Pirates. We got our backsides handed to us in this last little skirmish here in the Cybern system. And right now the pirates are moving to Grokan, which I think would be a bad idea for us to follow, because they have hyperlane travel as well, and we will just end up running straight into their arms. So what we're gonna do is collect our forces in Cybern and then see what we can do from there. Right, why are you just moving backwards? No, that's okay. I think we'll just leave you doing what you're doing there. Also, one additional corvette I don't think would go amiss. No, we aren't able to do any additional mining down in this system in Rimborth. Also Spicer, not inside our borders yet. Grokan would be, but then we'd need to clear up Grokan first. So I think we'll just stay down here and position ourselves on Rimborth 3, so that we can then grab the society research as we get there. Right, let's see how it plays out. Let's also keep a close eye on our pirate friends. Alright, we're still able to target them, so they're going to Argento now. Right, let's try and merge our fleets here. And after a couple of days, we'll follow suit.
Hostile fleet detected.
Right. That's that. Oh, there they are. Alright, they're not even interested in it. They're just moving through. Alright, that's halfway acceptable, although they probably want to destroy a lot of mining stations back there, which is not so acceptable. We're gonna meet up in Grokan. Alright. That's at least something that resembles a strike force now. Yeah, I think we'll just go straight for it. Drown them in numbers. Oh, this is just the small early game nuisances that pirates have to offer. Not really much in the way of a threat, but annoying nonetheless. Right, you two will make your way to Rimborth. And what are you up to? You're entering the orbit of this little rock, alright? You want to go on the defensive now. I think that would be Goth, Bud, and whatever. Both good and bad. In the sense that this would be a lot harder of a nut to crack. But we'll see about that. Alright, so we still have... I think that's, yeah, our alien investigation. Yeah, sure.
Log updated.
We're probably gonna get a lot more of these. Yeah, here we go. Hang on a sec. A little cuff there. Alright, so I think, just in the spirit of the Pecunian Consortium, we don't want to shoot things
Special
of which we
project
don't know the value
complete.
yet.
Special
So, yeah.
project complete. Special project
Alright, a
complete.
dozen special projects. Let me just very briefly turn down the advisor volume. Let me shut you up just a little bit.
Station under attack.
Right, station under attack.
Situation log updated.
And once again, I want to opt on the side of
Situation log
finding out
updated.
what they're worth before doing anything. Right, so the Royal Rayup regions did set up a military outpost. What's it called? A frontier outpost in Korgas. Which I suppose is okay. I mean, we wouldn't have been able to reach the system from Rimborth anyway. At least not within the next, like, 10 years. Alright, which station was under attack then? Alright, folks, make haste. Is that you? Yeah, that's you. Right, here we are. Merge the two of you. Probably also, it just now occurred to me, we make a good impression by having a leader. Fire rate, always a good thing. So let's put you in charge. And now I want to make a bit of a detour around the station and deal with the pirate fleet first. They're already pretty damaged. I mean, this first raider ship won't really stand much longer. But also, you can get to work with the research station. Let's hope that this mining outpost will hold until we get there, but it looks like it will. Our hardy outposts. I know that's the frontier outpost, of course. That's probably why it's packing such a punch. Alright, and that's reinforcements arriving.
Hostile fleet engaged.
Elimas Tor to the rescue.
Construction complete.
Of course, the damaged ships are right on top. So they are going to be taken out right away, but acceptable losses, I'd say. Right, that also means that we can send you back on a mission. How are you looking? You can move on to cartograph Tolan? Something along those lines. Alright, and that's you. Space debris. ×2. Right, do I want to attack the station? I don't think so. Unless they changed it, these stations really don't pose much of a threat. They just sit there and... I mean, yes, it's blocking 2 minerals, but given the amount of minerals that I'd need to invest, I think in any case I'll want to repair, first of all. I mean, look at this ship. It's got basically no HP, 11 out of 300. Alright. So we're stable again. Well, not that we were particularly unstable, but nevertheless. And thinking about it, it would probably be in our best interest not to cartograph or to charge, to survey, that's the word, down there, but instead go up into the
System
north, or
survey complete.
whatever you want to call it, towards the center of the galaxy. So that we may find ourselves more planets to colonize. I mean, true, we could go onto this one. I mean, it has a crap ton of food. Now this one has some pretty nice tiles. What about you? We already looked at you. And at you, so we don't want to get on this one. Destimon 4 on the other hand. A solid amount of science. Solid amount of minerals. No, I don't think we want to take either of these planets, but I think Despot 1 could be worth our while. And we did research robots, did we not? So let's see. Yeah, let's start a robot here. and see where we go from there. Right, a 2% anomaly, we're definitely taking that. Right, where are we gonna go after this? I think, what was that? Alright, fully repaired. Right, you just move there for the time being.
System survey
What else? Talan system has been fully surveyed. Oh, that went quick. Alright, less in space. Special project. I think this is... Which one of you was this? Right, go there. Research this. And after you're done, keep on surveying. We probably should also make a little bit of time to research some of those projects down here. Right, the ship in orbit around Kogan, Ilya. Ah, that's over there. Was not abandoned. The crew's alive, but not well. Alright, we definitely want to help them, I think. The Galactic's Crack Combine. Alright, who did we find out about now? Up there, you're a long way from home. You, sir, are a long way from home. Alright, you're slaving despots, fanatic xenophobes. Alright, should probably just left them there to die. No profit to be made from these guys. And a little bit of a localization error, it seems there. Who is question mark? This is blank speaking. Yeah, sure, whatever. Don't think we'll be interacting with those guys up there much. We'll see. Alright, I want more science, and I want it now. I have to admit, I'm kind of lacking a solid mid-game plan here. Partly because I don't quite know what to expect. So I'm kind of just, well, riding the waves, if you will. But I think we're going to be fine. Right, minerals are still looking grim. That is, after all, to be expected in the early stages. So we're just cruising along. Like I said, Rimborth, I don't see the worth of the value of fighting this guy. Just for the 2 minerals. But then again, what would we do with our ships if it wasn't fighting? And he is right on top of those 2 minerals. Yeah, let's go for it. That's material wealth right there that's slipping through our fingers as we speak. And that's definitely something we want to avoid.
Anomaly found. Right,
it would be very nice if we would make some progress here. So that we could get to... I don't even know what they were called. Now the thingies that get you % increase in power production. Oh, we'll find out soon enough, I guess. You just keep on surveying. Yeah, I think it's about time that we colonize the 3rd planet. Right, it's not really packing much of a punch, it seems. Ancient Cybrex. In where? There. Oh, science ship. Scientist 5 required. Alright, we're not doing that then. So, what about you? Spice is still not inside our borders. Didn't I set up a move order after this? That doesn't really matter because we are about to...
System survey complete.
Oh. Of course. Alright, how's it looking? We're still at 6. We're still on 6 ships. And we're about 2/3, 3/4 of the way through the station. I think we'll likely lose 1 ship. But not more than that. Then we can just slam down a manning station here. And the pirates will be forgotten. There we go. You head back to the spaceport.
Research complete.
Completed research in hydroponics. We still have our statecraft guy. So, yeah. Energy siphon. Ah, it's one of those alien weapons. Let's take a look at our special projects for a minute here. We have detected somebody. The Claw. Or the Boca Sheran on Claw. That's a really nice planet you got there, I have to say. And you're in the atomic age. Alright. So maybe we should endeavor to uplift you. We're definitely gonna keep those on our radar. I've never played much with uplifting species, so it definitely fits the role-playing persona of our species. Alright, what am I? I'm just frantically clicking here. Let's just get on with the game. Alright, this mining station then seals the deal with Rimborth. A nice system we have there. And whoops. After that I want you to go there. Right, how's our planets looking? Pretty solid. Let's build up some infrastructure on Desdemon Prime. And Iron Thrusters is done. I'm all for more power, I have to say. Missiles we don't need. Yeah, let's go for more Empire-related tech.
System survey complete.
And you just keep on going.
Anomaly found.
15% anomaly. I'm perfectly fine with that. And that's Rimworth done and dusted. Apologies for the frequent cuff breaks I'm taking here. It's seem to have made acquaintances with a bit of a cold, but gonna pass. Came on its own, it's gonna go away on its own. That's kind of my stance on colds. Alright,
Situation log updated.
binary. We need a scientist of skill 5 there. Not something we can do just yet, although we are about halfway through level 4 with this guy. And as soon as he's level 5, I think we'll just fly about the place and do all of these leftover projects. Also, yeah, a lot of these are for the Precursors event, which I admittedly never finished in any of my games. Mainly because in older versions it kind of required you to either conquer all of the galaxy or just placate the guys forever so that they would allow civilian access. But fortunately we don't need to do that anymore. Yeah, so we can do some of that, huh? How far are we from... Yeah, we're not really close to anything, so let's just do all these observation tasks. And I'm not so fond of debris. That alien tech. I can't see how it would be profitable.
System survey complete.
Alright, one more system surveyed. There don't seem to be any motherload systems up here, but they're all pretty solid. Oh well. Anyway, we are about done with this episode. So, yeah, until the next time. And as always, thanks a lot for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I've been Described, and I shall see you soon.